Hello, Alibek. Hello, Kassym. It's so lovely to meet you. Thank you for taking your time to talk about your life at Haileybury. So, the topic that we are going to talk about today is, frankly, how has Haileybury A-level scholarship program helped you in your overall career?
It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you for having us.
Thank you as well. I took physics, chemistry, math, and Russian A levels.
4 subjects.
Four subjects, yeah.
I took math, further math, and physics.
So you have only one subject difference. Alibek, was taking Russian A level somehow helpful?
I wouldn't say so. It was for the force mark that I was looking for, yeah. To be honest, on my first 6 months of A-levels program, I had 5 subjects. I also had further maths, but I dropped it because 5 A-level subjects was too much. But after first maths, I think it's physics that was the most challenging. Yeah.
Kassym, what about you?
I would say physics as well, but at the same time, it was one of the most pleasurable subjects because it was new to me, honestly. And
Beforehand, before Haileybury, I used to study at the Kazakh Turkish high school, and in general, the Kazakhstani program, I think it evolution from the Soviet program, which is based upon memorizing as much material as possible. But when I came to Haileybury, in my first class of math, we were learning, for example, topics from year 7, and I was quite surprised, like, why are we doing this or something like that? But it turns out that A-level resets your learning. So my learning was focused on understanding the subject from the fundamentals of the subject. So I learned how to learn in a proper way. So that's helping me a lot in the university right now.
Nice. Kassym, what about you?
for me, all of the 3 subjects were different from my previous high school. I used to study in Technical Lyceum on number 165, and it's also based on the post-Soviet system. The system would expect you to cram big amounts of problems, and it would require a lot of repetition, and it wasn't really exciting to do that. But in Haileybury, for example, in physics, I want to give a big shout out to Mr. Jacoby, because I really enjoyed his classes, and he had really unique approach to our classes. We would never, honestly, we'd never study for the exam. We would say that, like, exam is quite, it's just a milestone, and we wouldn't focus ourselves on the past papers. We would just come to class and discuss physics. We would discuss about how the reality works, how the stars work. We would look into the space. We would watch documentaries, and most of the time I had really big discussions during the class where we would usually argue, and that was the most fun part. And then remember, it would continue even after the class. I remember Mr. Jacoby would come to our open area for year 12, 13, and he would come and yes, Kassym, it was correct, or it wasn't correct, or something. And it was really engaging, I would say, this process, and really eye-opening, because you really start to think how things work.
challenge, but Haileybury is it cares about support for the students. So right on when the A-level program started, we were assigned to the English preparation classes. So like once or twice a week we had English lessons, IELTS preparations. So I didn't have a problem with that.
For me, it was also the quite challenging part. I would say that listening part was easy, but expressing yourself was a hard part. But when you're in an environment, such an international environment, with so many international students, I think like in 3 months, you would have to get acquainted with the language. And it was a quite learning experience.
Yeah, I think it's the experience unique to the Haileybury because even outside of the classes, all of the students are more prone to speak English. So that was quite surprising for me as well. When I used to study at Kazakh Turkish High School, mostly they care about only studying. They only look at on the academic side, but they don't look at the, I would say, social side of the student. But when I came to Haileybury, and Haileybury cares a lot about the extracurricular activities of the student, the events, or the how he interacts with other students. So I think at Haileybury, I learned to be more initiative. And this learning carried upon to my university, and me and my friends, we create a Kazakh Society club, which organizes events at Manchester and brings together 30, 40 Kazakhs at every event.
I'm very glad to hear that. Kassym, what about you? What about your social life?
It was one of the most favorite parts of my experience in Haileybury. Is the social life, because I made honestly lifelong friends, and I would say we would have a lot of fun during our breaks. And I remember we had our space for year 12 and 13, and you just come, relax, talk to people, engage in conversations. And also as Alibek mentioned, we had many clubs, and where we could do stuff outside of the school. And we also had like morning meetings, right? Every morning we would have half an hour meeting with our tutor, and it was really rich in social activities. And I still talk to many people from Haileybury. Like we still gather every summer, like because everyone is abroad, and during the summer everyone comes back. And such a big event to we create a group chat and gather all together. And yeah, it was amazing.
I think we were competitive in a healthy way. For example, it wasn't a problem to help each other, and we were supportive to each other. I would like to thank my classmates, Andrew, Nurtas, Ayslu. I think they helped me a lot throughout my journey of the physics classes, chemistry classes.
I would take more courses. I think 3 courses is
Not enough.
Yeah, not enough. You could have taken more. But when I came to Haileybury, I was warned not to take more than 3. But I don't know. I think it's quite doable and it's quite fun. Because I remember I had some empty spots in my schedule during the day sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. Take as many courses as possible and diversify. Yeah.
Okay. Alibek, what about you?
So my advice will be, apart from A-level subjects, I give a recommendation to attend more CCAs, to read more books, to take classes like from Coursera or edX, because the most important thing is to decide like up until your last year of university to 100% decide like where you want to work, and you have to take like for the exploring or research in your school years. So it takes a lot of time to choose your passion, I would say.
I couldn't agree more with this point, because right now we're finishing our university and it's such a transitory stage, and it's quite ambiguous what you're going to do like in a year's time. And I would say, when I said diversify, I would say like, yeah, explore as much as possible and listen to your interests and do what you like.
Yes, for example, in my year 13 year, during the spring, we had pandemic. So pandemic hit, I think, all of our aspects of life, and Haileybury was very adaptive, very innovative. For example, we had like Google Classrooms and other software programs that will allow us to learn from home remotely. So it supported us a lot during the pandemic up until our graduation from Haileybury. Yeah.
For me, I would say in Haileybury I started taking more active roles, and I started moving away from academia to more social engagement. So like in Haileybury I was house head.
House captain.
Yeah, I was house head of the bar fair.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and this I think was the starting point for me to be more active, and like it's still I can still feel it these days, because I'm trying to be more active in university. I'm a part of many associations in the university, and it's easier to engage with people, to work with people. Yes, I think in that sense, Haileybury helped me a lot. Absolutely, yes.
Yes, absolutely. Like 180 degrees, I would say.
Yeah.
Because if, let's say, I would have graduated from Kazakh Turkish high school, and if I came to university, I think I would be just studying every day or burn out like at the early years of university. And Haileybury teaches you that the social part of your life is very important, and even the academic part is not just all about studying. It's about interacting with teachers, doing as much as active learning as possible. It's not just about passive like learning of the information.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with that point. It would be the same for me.
Thank you very much for joining, for talking about your experience. We hope that your experience will help our younger generation, who has now a lot of questions about what subjects to take an A-level program, what will it bring me finally. So I think your answers are pretty much helpful for them. So thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you soon in Kazakhstan, or maybe in any other part of the world. So keep safe.